No, but like, so he'd be so-called black man. So he'd be from the tribe of Judah. So you would be from the tribe of Judah because you know you are who your father is. So you're not who you're not the nationality of your mother. You're the nationality of your father. Right. So if you your father is so-called black man, you would be from the tribe of Judah. Right. So-called black men in America, you would be from the tribe of Judah. Because we also got other so-called black men like Haitians. You know, they so-called black Levites. They so-called black men. So-called black Americans, right? They'll be from the tribe of Judah, right? But let me show you how we can prove that out of the Bible through prophecies, curses, and through the Spirit, right? Oh, y'all see yourself on this side too? Where y'all see yourself? What tribe y'all be from? On this? Look, on that side. Well, reference to this side, but look on that side. Yeah, so you be from the tribe of Judah? You be from the tribe of Judah? For sure. So y'all, all three of y'all be from the tribe of Judah, right? So we're gonna show y'all how we know that we all from the tribe of Judah, because most of us brothers out here, we from the tribe of Judah too, right? That's not gonna do that 28:15. Right? Because you know who Moses is? Who is Moses?
Coming through. Get his ass. Get the cowgirl. Madness.
Down this cow.
Madness.
So Moses, you know, Pharaoh in Egypt. Moses, the Israelites leading Egypt.
Just a little bit.
So Moses was an Israelite, right? He was a man that the Most High sent to free his people. You know who his people was, right? The Israelites. So Moses came to free the Israelites because we was in oppression and at that time, right? So that was going on. So when Moses led the Israelites out of that captivity, right? He gave the Most High sent commandments for the Israelites to keep, right? And then he gave them life, and he gave them death, basically. He gave them curses, he gave them blessings, right? So the blessings that he gave, you know, if they kept his commandments, they was gonna live in those blessings. But if they disobeyed and didn't keep the commandments, they was gonna have them curses put upon them, right? Deuteronomy chapter 28:15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So Moses is saying that if the Israelites would not listen to the voice of the Lord, right?
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall...
So hear that? So if we don't listen to the commandments, that all these curses was going to come upon us, right?
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
That curse shall thou be in the city. So, right? So we cursed in the city. We got gang banging.
Right.
Brothers selling poison to each other. What you say?
Fentanyl.
Exactly. Fentanyl. We got all type of madness going on in our city, right? In the city. And most of this madness that's happening is in the what? So-called ghettos, so-called hoods, so-called cities of America, right? And scattered abroad, right?
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
So we also say cursed in the field, because when we was came here to so-called America, we was in the field and what we was doing, picking cotton. We was being hung in the field, all type of crazy things. We were being sold in the field, all type of wickedness was going on in the field, right? So that's the curses, right? These curses was put upon us as a sign. Deuteronomy.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, in verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake. Salaki. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed.
So all these curses is going to overtake us and pursue us. That's why we so cursed in this city. That's why we so destroyed. You know, we got so-called black on black crime. so-called gang violence, right? What we got? What they got? Balloon releases. Somebody died. We put their name and face on the candlelit trees. Right. That's being cursed in the city, right? If I'm walking or driving and I see a so-called dead man face on the sitting on the tree with balloons and candles, right? That's called being cursed, right?
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God to keep his commandments.
So we didn't keep these commandments, right?
And his statutes which he commanded thee, and they shall be upon thee for a sign.
You hear that? So these curses is upon us for a sign. So we know, so these curses was given to the Israelites, right? But the so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans in these last days, we identifying with most of these curses, right? Well, all of these curses, over 40 of them, right? So it's saying that it should be upon us for a sign, right? So when you looking for something and you say you don't have your GPS, you in the area, and what would you be looking for, right? What should you be looking for to find that certain thing that you're looking for? Say you're looking for a McDonald's, a sign, a symbol, right? So when you looking for the Bible is saying when you looking for the Israelites in these last days and these times, and you look up and you like where the Israelites said of the Bible, it's saying that these signs is going to be upon them, right? So when you looking for the Israelites, you look and see which people is under these curses, right?
And they shall be upon thee for a sign, and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
You hear that? And upon thy seed forever. So you know, this is upon from generations to generations, from thousands of generations to thousands of generations. This is right. So yeah, this is you listening? Okay. So these curses, right, is gonna be upon us for thousands of generations. That's a sign, right? It's all right.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 41.
Right.
Thou shalt begat sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
You hear that, sis? So, sis, you listening? Okay, so read that again.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 41.
This is important. Sis.
Thou shalt begat sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them.
So when we here in America, right, so-called America, scattered abroad, it's saying that we're going to have children, but we're not going to be able to enjoy the children that we have, right?
For they shall go into captivity.
Right? So the children that we had, that was a curse. It said that they should go into captivity. Wasn't they taking our children when we got here, when we were slaves, so-called slaves? Wasn't they, don't they got the children in the cages over there by the borders?
So when you say
Because these words, right, the way they are used, they might not be called that way. You know, it might not be called. So like I say so-called black. Is you black? No, so you be so-called black, right? You so-called American? So you so-called American? Yes, you are, because you a citizen of America, but you not. But biblically, you wouldn't be American. That's just too Amerigo Vespucci. That's just a white man name, right? You're not a white man, right? So we say so-called to separate the distinction, right?
Because from my understanding, it was the Hamites that was the ones that were.
Who was the Hamites?
Yeah, the Africans.
That's you right, sis. Okay, so
because they're brown, that's why.
How do you know they are Hamites because they Africans?
Okay,
it's written. But who would be their progenitor? Who is the progenitor of the Hamites? who is the father of the Hamites? You owning, you right there, but who is the father of the Hamites? The father of the Hamites would be a man named Ham, right? We gonna show you, right?
All right, this is the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. This is the definition of Ham.
Because this is the definition of Ham. This is because you said the Hamites, right? And this is the definition of Ham right here, right?
Ham, the youngest son of Noah.
Who is Ham?
The youngest son of Noah.
Who is Ham?
The youngest son of Noah.
Who is Noah?
The father.
But what is the significance of Noah? Noah is the one who built the ark during the times when the earth was flooded, right?
Okay,
Right? So when he came out that ark, he had 8 children. I mean, it was 8 people that was saved with him, right? Right? So this explaining the youngest son of Noah.
Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races.
Progenitor means father.
He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes.
Where that he's the progenitor, the father of the dark races, but not the Negroes. Who was the Negroes, sis?
Which separates us from them.
That's right.
Okay.
Now, who was the Negroes?
Us.
That's right.
Not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites.
That's right. Yeah, that's who Ham would be.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 6 and verse.
That's who the Hamites would be.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 6 and verse 10. And Noah begat 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
And then Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Now you know out of those 3 sons who we come from. You know out of the 3 sons who we come from. So out of those 3 sons, we come from Shem, right? We Shemitic people, right? So-called Shemitic people, right? So that's who we come from, Shem. And like you said, the so-called Africans, they Hamites. They come from Ham, right? So Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 8. Right? Because it's different, because the Most High separated us from them and put a difference between us and them, right?
Deuteronomy 32 and 8. When the Most High divided the nations, their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam.
So you read that he separated the sons of Adam, right? So we all come from Adam, but he separated us, right? And when he was dividing the nations, their inheritance. Because every single nation on this earth has an inheritance, but their inheritance is not like ours, right?
When he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the peoples according to the numbers of the children of Israel.
Where does it break that?
When he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
Where does so when he separated the people, he gave everybody their bounds according to the number of Israel, right?
For the Lord's portion is his people.
Where that for the Lord's portion is his people. Who you think the Most High people would be? Who you think sis, don't worry about that, Father. Who you think the Most High people would be? Who is us, though? You right, but who is us? That's right.
Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
Jacob is Israel.
How do you think that shit?
Okay, kind of, yeah. 32. Right? So the Most High, when the Most High separated us, right? He made us different from these people. But do you know that he made us above these people as well? Above all these, not just people, it's like above all these other nations, right? Right? Deuteronomy 76. Right, but we're going to show you out the Bible. Do you believe that you equal to a so-called white woman? You believe you equal to a so-called Asian woman? So-called Arabic woman?
There's no comparison.
There's a reason why you...
No nation.
There's a reason why. We're going to show you out the Bible. Right?
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
For thou art an holy people.
So the Most High saying, you are a holy people. The Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you are a holy people. You know what the word holy means, though? Do you know what it means to be holy?
Righteous.
Close. It means set apart, right? We set apart from these other people, right? We the only righteous people on the Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, the Israelites. We the only righteous people on this earth.
That's right.
But the word holy means set apart. We separated from these people, right?
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
Where he chosen us. Like he said, we the chosen. The Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans is the chosen people on this earth, right?
To be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
No, the white man is equal.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
No, we in America now. That was back in the day.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Where that the Most High set us, the Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the real, true biblical Israelites. He set us above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Right.
And he chosen us. And he made us special. He made us separate. He made us holy, you know?
Yep, and that's why we have to model.
Right? No, matter of fact, Deuteronomy 28. So how did so-called blacks get to America, right? What form of transportation?
I don't think
Wait, hold on now. What do you mean we started here? Because wasn't it some people that came from a certain particular place that came here on what is called ships?
I'm aware. I believe it's the Hamites. Came on these ships.
The Hamites? Okay, so I see what you're saying. So you're saying that the so-called Africans came on those ships, but the so-called black people didn't come on those ships.
No.
Joel 3 verse 4. We're going to show you that the so-called Africans sold the so-called black people, the real true biblical Jews, into slavery to a certain people, right? She thinks that was African. All right, but I'm going to show you that the Africans. Come.
If it's real,
Joel 3 and 4.
bring it out.
Yeah, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
Now, Tyre and Zidon is those Africans you was talking about, right?
Right.
So the Most High is saying, what do y'all have to do with me, oh Africans, right?
And all the coast of Palestine will
Where that more Africans sold, right? Africans. So the Most High was saying, what do you have to do with me, oh Africans, right? So Africans.
will ye render me a recompense, and if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head.
You hear that? You hear that? Since he's talking to the so-called Africans. But why is he saying this?
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold.
Now, who is the Most High silver and gold? What? The Africans took the Most High what?
Silver and gold.
No, he took Africa. Africans took Africans.
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold,
and have carried into your temples my godly pleasant thing. The children also of Judah.
You heard that? They took in the silver and the gold, which would be the Israelites, carried them away, took the children of Judah, carried them away.
And the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
You hear that? Say that again, right? Because Africans did what?
The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
You hear that? The Africans sold us to the so-called Grecians will be the Edomites.
That's right.
The Africans sold, the so-called Africans sold us to the Edomites, right? So, 68, right? So we got here, the so-called blacks got here, how?
On the boat.
On the boat. Did you know that there was prophesied in the Bible? Right? Right, not the Hamites, but the Israelites, the children of Judah, the children of Jerusalem. And it wasn't no, it's not no Africans that's saying they Hebrew Israelites. Because we know that when we just read that Ham, the Africans come from Ham, we come from who? Shem, right? We come from Shem, so we not African. So the Africans didn't sell Africans into slavery. Africans sold the Israelites into slavery, right?
Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
So we're going to show you one of these curses. We're going to go back to the curses to show you that, you know what I'm saying, these curses resonate with a certain type of people who was sold on ships by the Africans to certain people, right?
Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now that word, Deuteronomy 5 and 6. Now that word Egypt is synonymous for bondage, right? So when the Lord said He gonna bring us into Egypt again, He's really just saying He's gonna bring us into bondage again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Wait, hold on. So the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt, right? Egypt means what?
How do you teach the truth?
Yeah, slavery, right? Because the word Egypt is synonymous for house of bondage. Bondage means slavery. So the Most High said, you shall be taken to Egypt again with what?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With ships, sis. We got here on ships, and the Most High saying He's gonna bring us back into captivity again on ships, right? So when those Africans sold us to the Grecians, and they took us by ship to these foreign lands, that was talking about the Israelites. That was a curse that was put upon our people. For why? Wait, it was a curse put upon our people because why? We had read it in Deuteronomy 28 and 15. When Moses, what did Moses do? What did Moses say to the Israelites in Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 15 when he was talking about the commandments, keeping the commandments, right? Throughout the generations. Then they was in order to be cursed in the field, cursed in the city, right? So that's what this is going into. It's going into the fact that the Israelites didn't keep the commandments, and then they were sold on ships to the to who? To who? Who was the Israelites sold to again?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
So we wasn't gonna see our homeland again.
And there ye shall be sold.
Hear that? And when we got off of them slave ships, we was what?
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemy.
So Sis, have you ever heard in school, was taught in school, how so-called black people was on them auction blocks being sold for $200-300, sold as cattle, right? So that's what that's going into. That was a prophecy saying that ye shall be sold. But who was we gonna be sold to?
And ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
You hear that, sis? Who was we sold to?
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Sis, who was we sold to? Huh? But what the Bible called?
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
So the Bible is calling, well, you just said it, Esau, our enemies, right? The so-called white man, the Bible is plainly saying that these are our enemies, sis, and that we was going to be sold to our enemies, right? Because if the so-called black, the so-called African man bought us and kept us in Africa, where would we still be at, sis? In Africa, right? But no, he ain't. We wasn't sold to the African. The Africans sold us to our enemies, who you just said Esau, which be the so-called white man, right? So, yeah, he actually be the red man. That's why I say. That's why we go back to that word so-called, because he not the white man. He not this shade of color. He not that shade of color. We know that he bought this shade of color. He a red man, right? So, now that you know you're an Israelite, right? Because you know you're an Israelite, right? What tribe you from? Right? So, now that you know it's requirements that you gotta keep to be, now that you know you're an Israelite.
That's
because
right.
when we read in Deuteronomy 28, what happened with the Israelites, right? Moses gave them what? Commandments. He gave them requirements, laws that they gotta keep, right? Otherwise, what happened with us? We went into slavery on them ships, right? So we out here to bid our people to come back to the covenant, come back to this covenant, this contract that we got with the Most High, right? So we can get up out this land of captivity, right? That we were sold into.
Romans 13 and 11. In that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
You hear that? Says now it's time to. Now is a great time to awake out of this sleep, right? Wake out of this slumber. You before you walked up, you ain't really know you was Israelite. You ain't know you was Israelite, right? Now that you know you Israelite, it's time to wake up out of that sleep, sis.
For now our salvation is nearer than when we believe.
You hear that? Because our salvation is real near. Our salvation is near. The black, Hispanics, and the Native Americans, right? Right? Jeremiah 5 and Jeremiah 15 and 5. Right? Because you.
Okay, when you say Native American, I thought we were the real natives.
Who is we, sis? Because you got to remember, we are Israelites. We all brothers and sisters. We all the same people. There's no distinction. There might be a thing called confusion of faces that was also cursed in the book of Daniel. But we all the same people. Now, if you speaking about the Native Americans, and then the Seminole Indians and the so-called Hispanics, well, we can show you how they came to America, right? Because when this land, they was the first here, right? Remember, we came on ships, right? Bring that picture up, right? Remember, we came here on ships. Wait, what you mean? We just read it in Joel 3 and Deuteronomy 28 and 68, right? We read the definition of him.
Hosea 7 and 8.
Bring it out.
Ephraim, he had mixed himself among the people.
You hear that? Ephraim, It's the so-called Native and the Hispanics, right?
Ephraim is a cake not turned.
Puerto
Hear
Rican.
that? He mixed himself amongst these people, and that's why we got the confusion of the faces. That's what you see, and that's what we're trying to explain to you.
Mix everything around here.
Right? But you gotta understand too, our people was amongst the so-called Africans. Now a lot of our people are African, we're not African. A lot of our people mixed in with the so-called Spaniards, and we're not Spaniards, right? We're not Edomites, because the Spaniards that gave the northern kingdom, the northern kingdom would be the so-called Native Americans, so-called Hispanics. They the ones who gave them that Spanish and stuff like that, right? They were speaking Hebrew at the time, right? Well, there's no such thing as a mixed race. Remember, you are who your father is. Numbers 1-18. We can read that to you out the Bible, right? Because you are who your father is. There's no mixed race, right? If your seed, if your father laid down with a well, hopefully he's not doing that, sis. Right. So, for instance, right? If your father laid down with a so-called white woman, and then that child, he come out a boy, right? And that so-called baby, that so-called black baby come out, right? So-called mixed, right? He laid down with a white woman. What color most likely will his child come out? Looking more on his right side, more on the white side, right? So-called white side. So that's what's happening right now. Throughout we got things called throughout generation, right? That's why they push that interracial marriage. That's why they push that in the shows. They want our men to go off like that and start having these children that's confusing, right? So that's what we're dealing with right now, right? Now we know that we came here on ships. The so-called Jews came here on ships, but the people that was dwelling in this land, we gonna show you where they come from and how they got here. We gonna show you those people, right? The so-called Native Americans and the so-called Hispanics that you talking about. We gonna show you how they got to this land, because we shows you that we got to this land with ships, right? We gonna show you how they got to this land, right?
2nd Ezra 13 and 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land.
You hear that? Those was the 10 tribes, the so-called Native Americans and the so-called Hispanics, the Seminole Indians. Those are the 10 tribes.
In the time of Osea the king, whom Salmanazar, the king of Assyria, led away captive.
Right? They was in captive in Assyria, right?
And he carried them over the waters, and so they came into another land. But they,
you hear that? So he carried them over the waters, and they came into a land, sis, right?
But they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen.
You hear that? So these Israelites said, okay, we're going to leave the multitude of the heathens
and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
No, they been here.
Where never mankind dwelt.
No, we was here first.
Where never mankind dwelt.
You hear that? So the so-called Native Hispanics, they came to a land where never mankind dwelt, right?
That's right.
That they might there keep their statues which they never kept in their own land.
Right. They came here to keep the commandments, right?
And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river, for the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of 1.5 years.
So it took them 1.5 years to get from that region to the next region, right? It took them 1.5 years.
And the same region is called Arsareth.
No, it's called America.
And the same region is called Arsareth.
No, it's called Dakota.
And the same region is called Arsareth.
No, New Africa.
And the same region is called Arsaris.
It's called, so they came to this region that was called Arsaris. Right now, he gonna pull up the definition of that word Arsaris, right? Because the so-called native, so-called Hispanics, they left one region and it took them a year and a half to go to the next region, right? Where no man dwelt, right? Into a land called Arsaris, right? Now, we're going to show you the definition of this land called Arsaris, because you ain't never heard of this word Arsaris before, right? They don't teach you this in school, right? When you read about Christopher Columbus, do this word pop up? No. Have you ever read about Christopher Columbus? Right. And then you ain't never heard about Arsaris, right? So we're going to show you the definition of this word Arsaris.
Arsaris, out the Jewish Encyclopedia. The definition of Arsaris in the Jewish Encyclopedia. The name of the land beyond the great river, far away from the habitation of man.
You read that? Beyond it? The land beyond the great river. We just read about that great river in 2nd Esdras, right?
In which the 10 tribes of Israel.
We just read about the 10 tribes of Israel, who was the so-called native and the so-called Hispanics, right?
In which the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell, observing the laws of Moses.
Observing, see, it says where the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell, observing the laws of Moses, right?
Until the time of restoration,
Right.
according to 2nd Esdras 13 and 45.
That's what we just read to. 2nd Esdras chapter 13, 49, right?
Columbus identified America.
Who?
Columbus identified America with this land.
Columbus identified America with this land. So Christopher Columbus read 2nd Esdras. It was like, wait, they over there. We gonna go get them, right? So who was here? Who was here before Christopher Columbus came over here? We just read it, huh? Who we just read? Who is they? So
I came from the other
Arsaris. But who was here was the Israelites. The Israelites was here, right? So that's how they found this land, sis. That's how the Israelites came over here, the so-called native, so-called Hispanics, right? That's how they came to this land. Us being the Jews, right? Because the tribe of Judah was just the southern kingdom, and it made up of 3 tribes: Levi, Benjamin, and Judah. And we was in the West Coast, Africa at that time, because we was fleeing, right? And we was there. And that's how, and we came on ships through slavery, through the transatlantic slave trade, right? You heard it was a transatlantic slave trade, right? That's how we got here. It wasn't Hamites selling Hamites, it was Hamites selling Israelites. And we learned that in Joel chapter 3, right? So, yeah. So you got any more questions, sis? Oh, Khan, hold on. Exodus 11 and 7. Right? So we're going to show you, the Lord put a difference between the Israelites and it's going to say Egyptians, but the Lord put a difference between us and these other Hamites, man. We not goddesses, pharaohs, Hotep.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 11 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how the Lord...
Shalaki, shut from the top.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 11 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
But against any of the children of Israel...
Against the children of Israel
Shall not a dog move his tongue?
Shall not a what?
Shall not a dog move his tongue?
What is these other nations?
Shall not a dog move his tongue?
What is it? Hamites?
Shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how the Lord doeth put a difference between Egyptians and Israel.
The Lord put a difference between who?
Between Egyptians and Israel.
No, we Pharaoh.
Between Egyptians and Israel.
No, we Hotep.
Between Egyptians and Israel.
No, I like King Tut. I was studying him.
Between Egyptians and Israel.
No, we Nubian kings.
Between Egyptians and Israel.
We're hearing that between men, right? So it's a difference between us. We not Hamites.
Right.
Right. Yo, you got any questions, sis? Right? Oh. So how many gates is the kingdom? It's in the kingdom of heaven. How many gates? To get into the kingdom of heaven, how many gates is in the kingdom? One big pearly gate with a big white man sitting right there, and he like
None.
Okay. You say your father a Moor? Do you consider yourself to be a Moor?
No.
Oh,
No, because my mom is a Hebrew Israelite.
oh, your mom is Hebrew Israelite?
Yeah.
so they together? No, I was gonna say I want to know how that worked out.
Right. You got a picture. Oh, that Revelation.
What camp your mom
So,
in? Your mom in the camp?
No, she wanted to join one though.
Yeah, tell her, you got our information. Tell her she's looking for the camp, you know. Get in contact.
Come on, old school, get God 2 minutes today, man.
So one big, where you learn that from? You go to church? Where you learn that from? One big pearly gate with big white man sitting right there with a big book open, and he got names written in there. Then you go to hell, you go to heaven. You go to hell, you go to heaven.
No, I don't believe in
Well, we're gonna show you before you go. We're gonna show you how many gates it is to get to this heaven, because you want to get to heaven, right?
That's right.
You want to go to heaven, right? Right. So you know that you from the tribe of Judah, right? Right. So we got you Israelite from the tribe of Judah. We're gonna show you how many gates it is to get to heaven and why there's that many gates in heaven.
All right, start at 1:1 and then jump to 12. Revelation 21:1.
Bring it out.
And I saw a new heaven.
And you saw what?
And I saw a new heaven
A new heaven
and a new earth.
and a new earth.
That's right.
For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. Then jump to verse 12. Revelation 21:12. And had a wall great and high.
Oh. Flock. From the top.
Revelation 21:12.
Bring it out.
And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates.
How many gates was there?
And had 12 gates.
No, one gate.
And had 12 gates.
It had 12 gates.
Come on up, brothers. Come on up, brothers. Come here to word, y'all.
Sis, why you think there was 12 gates?
I know
Sis,
America ended, man. Y'all
Sis.
walk back first.
why you think there was, was you listening?
We is
From the top.
And had a wall great and high,
See, heaven had a wall great and high. The kingdom had a wall great and high, right?
and had 12 gates.
And it had 12 gates. It's not one gate, but it had how many?
It had 12 gates.
Right?
And at the gates, 12 angels.
It was 12 angels at these 12 gates, right?
And names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
You hear that, sis? So it was 12 gates. And at these 12 gates, it was 12 angels. What you think these 12 angels was doing in front of these 12 gates? They was making sure that the right people whose names is on them gates get into those gates, right? Get into the kingdom, right? So it was 12 gates for the 12 tribes of Israel, right? That's the kingdom. There's no 13 gate. So if a heathen walk up to you and be like, well, you saying like you a Hebrew Israelite, and they like, well, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I'm not a Hebrew Israelite, but I'm still going to heaven. Then you tell them it's only 12 gates for the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's
right.
Yes, sir.
Now, I thought, okay.
Come on up and hear the word of God tonight, brother.
Kind of, right. So see, Ecclesiastes 12:13, Psalm 2:15. Right. So now you know that you're a Hebrew Israelite.
Come give us 2 minutes then, brother.
Right. Since I'm gonna give you a couple more, right?
What's your nationality, brother?
Sit.
What tribe?
I'm gonna give you a couple more, right?
Where your friends?
Sound like he said Joseph or something.
Hey, brother.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You got 2 minutes to hear the words of God, bro?
Everybody sleep right now.
Yeah, that's prophecy too.
That's what it said,
He
though.
say 2/3 ain't
Now listen to this, sis. Listen to this, sis, because it's real important, right? I'm gonna give you a couple more scriptures, right? But you gotta listen closely, right? Because now that you know it's true, right? This is the whole conclusion of what I've been up here trying to explain to you through the Spirit, through the scriptures, right?
Ecclesiastes 12:13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Right. This is the whole conclusion, right?
Fear God.
Fear who?
Fear God.
Fear me.
Fear God.
Fear God, sis. Do you know what it means to fear God? I'm gonna show you real
Why you
quick.
gonna try to squeeze through this little ass nose, boy?
I didn't think we were supposed to fear him.
This is the book of Sirach.
Y'all love God.
You ain't think. Well, this is the fear of God. I'm about to show you how to fear God, right?
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 15.
Bring it up.
They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word,
You hear that? Do not disobey his word.
and they that love him will keep his ways.
Keep his ways.
They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him.
Seek the things that's pleasing to the Most High, right?
And they that love him shall be filled with the law.
And keep the law and be filled with the law. Know the commandments. Learn the commandments. Know the statutes, the laws, the things that pleases the Most High the most. That's the fear of the Most High, right?
They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in souls in his sight.
You hear that? So humble yourself and prepare your soul, right? And that means prepare your soul. That's basically saying the temptations, the afflictions, right? The battles that it takes to fear the Most High, right?
Saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men, for as his majesty is, so is his mercy.
Right? That's the fear of the Lord.
That's right.
22:15.
Finish that out.
Ecclesiastes 12:13 from the top. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments.
Right? Keep his what?
For keep his commandments.
Right, we gotta keep the commandments. How many commandments is it? It's actually 613 commandments.
That's right.
It's actually 613 commandments.
2 minutes tonight, bro. I need the word of God. 2 minutes.
Right?
They easy, sis. They easy.
Well, I only know 10.
It's 10. Hold on, I'm about to show you, right?
Deuteronomy.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that
So do our abomination unto the Lord thy God.
So is that in the 10 Commandments?
Oh, yes, it is.
Where's that at the 10 Commandments? Have you ever read that in the 10 Commandments?
No.
No, that's not in the. So there's more commandments than just that 10 Commandments. There's actually 613 commandments, right?
Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty.
So the whole 613.
And keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
This is the whole duty of man, sis. Not just men, women too. This is your duty as well, right? So, what tribe you from?
Judah.
That's right. All praises. Now, I'm passing to the next mighty speaker. Call Allah Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Point Yahshua.
Oh, that's right.
Point Yahshua.